Hi guys, so it has been forever and I really have no excuse except that, I have a life. So did that sound mean? I didn't mean it to sound mean. But I am in law school and it is very time consuming, so I really just have not had a moment to focus on YouTube. It's all been about school. So I am going to do a very, very belated 2014 beauty favorites. I have a table of stuff in front of me. I'm going to try to get through all of it, not too quickly, but quickly enough that I don't have an hour worth of crap. So here we go. I'm going to start in the order of stuff that I put on my face. So the first thing that I absolutely loved in 2014 was the Clean and Clear Advantage Oil Absorbing Treatment. It's a salicylic acid acne medication. I used this before I put any moisturizer or primer on, and I stopped being able to find it in stores, so I ordered like 3 or 4 of them on Amazon, and they all expire in April of this year, so I used one all the way through and I gave one to my brother, and this one's completely full, so hopefully I'll be able to use it before it expires. I don't know if it's completely, not, what's the word? I don't know if it's completely discontinued. If it isn't, then I recommend you getting it as soon as possible. It really helps mattify, and I like that it has salicylic acid in it because that means every single day I'm doing something to prevent or work on my small breakouts that I get sometimes. Okay, so for primer, I consider that like makeup because it almost works as a mattifier, so I included it. For primer, I've had 2 favorites. The Rimmel Stay Matte Primer I think is fantastic. The glare of my light is like killing it, but it is less than $5. It's so good. I totally recommend it more than I recommend the Becca Ever Matte Primer. I used to sample it sometimes, and it is so finicky, the Ever Matte, and then I actually bought it a few weeks ago and I returned it because it's so, particular. Like, you have to only use a tiny bit. You have to like blend it on your fingertips until it's clear, and then you have to work so quickly, otherwise it flakes off of your, rolls off of your skin, and it's too much hassle for your face to be matte. This is really, really, really good, and it doesn't take a lot. It just works. So totally recommend this. And then the NYX Angel Veil, which is what I'm using today as my primer. To me, this is exactly like the Hourglass Mineral Veil. It is so good. And this one, I want to say it was $12.99, but I had a coupon, so it was a little bit cheaper. But you can, with a coupon, you can get it for less than $10, and I think it's totally worth it. I have very oily skin, and it helps keep me matte. It's not as matte as when I use the Stay Matte, but it's still really, really good. So totally recommend this, and I would buy everything here. I would buy again. So next I have foundations. Now there are 2 foundations that I loved that I don't have anymore because I'm trying not to buy any more foundations. It's not really working, but anyways. So the first 2 that I love and would buy a million times again are the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. I'm in, I think like 370 Natural Tan. I've had, I think 2 or 3 of them, and it is an amazing foundation. It is very full coverage and it lasts all day long, so I probably should buy another one, but I haven't yet. Totally recommend it. And then the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, I think it is. Yes, and it's in it has like hot pink, and it's a squeezy tube. I'm in the color 305. It is so good. I can't even describe how good it is. You can get that at Walmart for less than $10. So totally recommend those. And then the other 2 foundations that this year last year I was all about. The Estee Lauder Double Wear. I love this foundation. I'm in 3W2 Cashew. It might be like a tad too dark, but the lighter one is a little bit too light. So I really, really have loved this, and everyone talks about it. It really is good. And then the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. I got this towards the end of 2014, but it is really, really good. And the fact that they extended the color line is amazing. I'm in number 51. I recommend this to anyone that has normal to oily skin because it is just super duper good. And I love how small it is. I know some people, you know, like the fancy packaging, but it's 1 ounce just like every other freaking foundation you're getting, and it's so compact, like it's not wasting a bunch of space, and you squeeze it out. Like I don't know, it's like utilitarian, and I like that. So there we go. So for powder, I have 2 favorites. One is drugstore and one is high-end. And I love them both. The first one is the L'Oreal True Match powder, and I'm in W4.5. Now, I am almost done with it, so what I did was, I don't know if you can tell, oh shit. I took the tip of a brush and I just like smashed the powder until it turned into a loose powder, but normally it is pressed. I love this foundation. It is so easy to find a match in it. I've had anywhere from W4 to W6 depending on the time of year and how tan I am, but the 4.5 is a really good match for me right now, and I totally recommend it. I've had so many of these. I've had their foundation also. It's good, it's not great for me with oily skin, but the powder is fantastic. And then the other powder that I've really loved this year, last year, whatever, is the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder in the loose. Yeah. I really like it because it gives you such a flawless finish that looks like you're not wearing anything at all. Like, the good thing about the L'Oreal is that it gives you a little bit of extra coverage, or that if your foundation is not the exact right color, which happens a lot for girls like me who have more yellow skin, the L'Oreal will help camouflage the not discoloration, but the wrong color that you have in your foundation. Now this, if you have the wrong color in your foundation, you're screwed because this doesn't give you any color at all. But if your foundation is the right color, which hopefully it is, then this is a perfect way to finish it and make it look like your skin is just like flawless and seamless. It doesn't look, you can't tell that it's on your skin. I know some people go without powdering their foundation. For the life of me, I just can't. I need to put something on it. So if you are interested in starting to powder your face and you haven't before, that would be a good one to go with. Alright, what do I put on my face next? I guess I'll stick with face things instead of going to eye. As far as blush goes, I have a few different, which one is this? A few different products that I've loved. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush Palette. Sorry, it's, you know, mirrored. But this thing is fantastic. I don't know if this is still available. I really hope it is. I love them. I was going through a very long period that I'm probably still in, to be honest, where I would put so much blush on, or like I wouldn't realize that I put that much blush on until I went to like a public bathroom and I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the hell happened to my face? So with these blushes, it is almost impossible to go overboard. Like you can just like smack it on and you're fine. So love this if you are an over blusher. It is kind of expensive, but think of it this way, you get 3 blushes, you're never going to go through any of them. I had Mood Exposure in the full size, and I returned it because I figured if I have it in the small size, like what's the point? This has Luminous Flush, Incandescent Electra, and Mood Exposure, and I am in love. So, totally recommend. I would repurchase it, except I will never have to. The other I have a few blushes. The other blush that I just, you know, I have to have a moment for because it is so freaking good, is the Becca Mineral Blush in Wild Honey. It doesn't look like anything, I'm very much aware. And it probably looks like it's the same color as my face, but it's not. It is just so gorgeous. It goes with almost anything. It is just so blendable, and it's not as crazy, I don't know how to describe that Hourglass. Like you can put it on and it's almost like a very natural flush, like there's nothing on your face. This one is not as, I guess, like airy and light as that one, but it's pretty darn close, and I love that it's not, like, when it's on your skin, you can't detect, like, a specific color. It just looks like a warmth to your face, and I love it. It's so, so good, so I recommend that. And then I was also having a love affair with the Benefit Rockateur Blush. Yeah, it still smells like, what does it smell like? Laffy Taffies or something? I don't know. It's so, so beautiful. It's just a rose gold, imagine a rose gold blush, and that's what you have here. So, love it. And then the Amazing Cosmetics Blush Shimmer in Cinnamon Spice. It is a very deep blush color, but it is very gorgeous. Now this one I'm guilty of definitely over blushing with. It's so pretty, so I'm like, well, let's, put more on, and then I walk out looking crazy. But it's so beautiful that it's kind of worth it. I got this at Ulta, and I got it when it was 20% off, which, I mean, obviously with any of this stuff, I recommend if you can find a coupon, do that. And then blush, and then moving on to bronzers also. The Tarte blush palette from Christmas 2013. I was obsessed with this for so long. The Amazonian Clay Park Avenue Princess, that's what it is. Bronzer, the matte one, is amazing, and I'm almost at pan on this. And the blushes are very beautiful, but honestly I used it more for the bronzer. I used it so much for the bronzer, and that's what made me use the blushes, because I was reaching for this, and I just figured like, oh, I'll just put that on too. So they're all amazing, but this bronzer is the winner in that. And then on to other bronzers and contours and all of that jazz. The Anastasia Contour Kit. Now this is one that I mixed up myself. I have the original, and then I bought 6 more powders online. And I added 10K, which I really liked. It's not really a favorite, but I did really like it. My favorites are the Banana, which is from the original. Obviously, you see, like, I'm almost done with it. And then the Mellow Yellow I really liked. I would dip my brush in Mellow Yellow and Banana and then mix them up. Or Mellow Yellow and Vanilla, I think it is. Yeah, Vanilla. And apply it that way, so it gave it like more of a highlight than just a setting powder. And then I think this is Fawn. I'm honestly not sure. Woo! Yeah, it's Fawn. And it's more of like it's definitely a brown, but it's more of like a taupey brown. So I really liked that. And I thought they were very good. Now recently, in the last like 2 months, I found other contour highlight products that I like more, but for 2014, like, those are the things that I used. And then for highlight, I was obsessed with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in Opal. Just like everyone else, I fell in love. It is that damn good, so totally recommend it if you haven't already gotten it. And then the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I loved this. I love all of them. Like, there's not one that I love more than the others. I think this one's still available too. And again, it's like, it's expensive, but you're getting 3 powders that you're not going to get through in a long, long time. So I also recommend that. Okay, what next? Let's do eyeballs. So for eye primer / color, I was just totally crazy over the Mally Evercolor eyeshadow sticks. I went all the way through a saddle shimmer, and then I bought these from, I can't remember her name. I don't know, but someone who was having a blog sale, I bought them from her, and I love them. I think I'm wearing saddle shimmer today as a primer. And they work fantastically as a primer, as just your all over color. Sometimes I'll use it like with no primer, and then I'll just put something in the crease. Today I used it as a primer and then covered it up and then used a crease. And obviously it makes whatever you have on more shimmery, because they're all shimmery. All the ones that I have are shimmery. I have Antique Taupe, Twilight, and Saddle Shimmer, and I love all of them. Totally recommend them. If you can find them on a blog sale or in some kind of pack, do it that way, because single, they're pretty freaking expensive. For eyeshadows, I was obsessed with 2 palettes. The first is the Amrezy palette from Anastasia. I think it was only like $29, which is ridiculous because it's so good. I basically stayed away from the last 4 colors, but the first 6 I was just obsessed with. This whole palette is amazing, but especially the first 6 I was just dying for. So I don't even know if you can, maybe like on eBay or something you could still get it, but now they do the singles, so you could get all of those colors. Topaz, Glisten, Caramel, and Morocco are my favorite four, and that's these four right here. So totally recommend that. This next one I loved, the Naked 3 palette. It's by far my favorite of the Nakeds. Oh, let's not say by far. This is my favorite. Naked 1 is my second favorite. Naked 2 I do not like. I returned mine. Like, that's how much I don't like it. I loved this freaking palette. Limit and Nooner, these two right here are fantastic matte colors. I loved them all. What's so great about this palette is that even the two darkest shades are still very wearable. What I hate about getting a big palette, not that it's like huge, but is that usually the darker shades I don't ever use. I don't need a million matte black, so to have dark shades that are still wearable is very, very convenient. Two more eyeshadows. These are ColourPop. I don't know if I should include this in 2014 because it was at the end, but they were so good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 total. I love all of them. They're so good. I have mattes, I have shimmers, and I have shimmers, and then I have like the metallic ones. I love them all, especially Get Lucky. It's probably my favorite. This one is Bandit. It's gorgeous. I love all of them. Absolutely recommend. For eyeliner, Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. I have never tried a better liquid liner. It's amazing. And then for mascara, this is an unopened one, but I was obsessed with the Revlon Lash Potion by Grow Luscious. I was attracted by the beautiful packaging, and I was in love with it from the beginning, and I totally recommend it, and I can't wait to break this one open. It's just that I have other ones that are open right now, and I don't know why I'm bothering to put it away. Sorry. What else? Anything else for eyes? Oh, eyebrows. Okay, so I feel like this year was the year of the eyebrows for me personally, and if I had to only choose one product for eyebrows, it would be this little sucker. This is the NYX Eyebrow Gel. Mine is in Espresso. It is fan-frickin-tastic. It's better than the Anastasia Eyebrow Gel, Dip Brow. I have the Dip Brow on today because I'm trying to get rid of it. I want to use it up. It is very good, but this is better. Now with it, I have to recommend the Sephora Must Have Angled Liner Brush. I couldn't find this one day, so I went and bought another one, and then I found it like 3 months later. It is a fantastic brush for eyeliner or for brows if you use Dip Brow or a brow gel. And then I have really liked the clear brow gel from Anastasia. I was never like a clear brow gel person. I never cared, and I haven't been using it every day, but during 2014 I used it constantly. And who recommended this to me? I think it was Sarah from Print Polish Shine. And it is, I was like, is it good? Is it worth it? Because it was half off, and I was like, I don't know, like, do I need clear brow gel? And she was like, just do it. And I did it, and I love it. So recommend that. I'm like hurting about buying a new one for, I don't know, $20 or whatever, so I might just get a drugstore one, but that one is good. And oh, I skipped concealer, so sorry, I'm gonna jump back. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in SX08. This the first half of 2014 I was breaking out all the time, and I used this as a concealer for like blemishes, not for under my eyes. It is so thick. You only need a teensy tiny bit, and you get a tiny amount, like 0.63 ounces, so you're gonna feel like, why did I waste my money on it? But I was using this every day for months, and there's hardly anything missing. Like, it's almost full, so definitely recommend that. And then the two under eye concealers, or really it's one, that I use nonstop. MAC Pro Longwear. I have it in NC42 and NW25. NC42 is a little too dark for me for foundation, like, because when I first got it I was using it on blemishes, but I like it even better for concealer. Well, same thing. Do you know what I mean? Under eye concealer. So I can either wear NW25 by itself or mix the two for a little bit more like natural. NW25 is obviously a little bit more highlighted. and I love it. I love that it is so lightweight. I love that it dries so nicely. It is a fantastic concealer. I kind of wish it wasn't in a glass pump because that makes me nervous because I like hear about people dropping it all the time, but you do what you gotta do. And then I also had this out. I don't know why, because I didn't include any other brushes, but I feel like this year was all about the Beauty Blender for me when it came to foundation. When the Beauty Blender first came out, like forever ago, I used to use it all the time, and then I stopped because I got really into brushes. And then in the last probably 2 years, I've been using my Beauty Blenders nonstop. It really gives you a nice flawless finish, and it depends on the foundation, but most foundations I find look even better with a Beauty Blender than with a brush. And then last but not least, for lips, I only have 2 products. I feel like 2014 wasn't a year where I was super concerned with like lip products, but I did get really into using lip liner. I was using Urban Decay Naked, which I love, and I would totally repurchase, but I don't have it right now. I do have Urban Decay's Midnight Cowboy. It's their 24/7 liner, just like the Naked, and I do really, really like this. I think just the consistency of their lip pencils is amazing, and I don't like spending a lot on lip pencils because I only really use like nude or like moderate pink tone colors on a day-to-day, so I figure like having a good nude color is helpful because I can put it under almost anything. So if you're gonna buy one expensive one, I would go with Urban Decay, or Smashbox makes a nice one too. And then for lip color, I honestly, there's no name on it. It's L'Oreal. I think it's like the Caress or something like that, and I have it in Malto Mauve. Oh my god, Malto Mauve, and looks like it's already have lipstick on, but it is so comfortable. I'm pretty sure there's like silicone in it because it gives you that like slip of a very silicone-y primer, but I have loved this all year long, and it's been in my purse the entire year, so totally recommend that. And that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about these products. And yeah, sorry it took so freaking long. I'm going to try to film a few more this month. That way I don't leave you completely hanging. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you later. Bye.